shoulder and let the others still work on it, and making them also to feel embarrassed, saying that, because of you being late or because of you not doing this on time, the entire project went wrong. So these are two different personalities altogether. One is a leader, which is internal locus of control, or what Sir says to be 360 productivity. And the other is the external locus of control, where this is a manager or non-productive, according to what Hitendraji was expressing.
Good point.
Okay, so that's the basic difference between a leader and a manager, what Vijaya has said right now. Like if we ask, like, mostly we ask, like, what is the difference between the leader and the manager? So this is the major difference between a leader and the manager. That leader leads by example, basically, if I just say in short. And manager will only manage the things and will always be worried about the time limits, and will always be worried about his own maybe the comfort zone, where he has his own priorities always on the top. And that is the major difference between the leader and the manager. Manager sometimes leads very good and he has a scope of becoming a leader, but until and unless he becomes productive in his life, utilizing his 24 hours or 86,004 day in a right way, he won't be able to, productive 360 degrees. Yeah, so anyone else in the group wants to add something? So we have Reena, we have Nikhil, Ram. You can unmute and also contribute in the discussion. I don't know, Hitendra is facing a major issue, I think. He is still not there.
Maybe you can give him a call.
Yes, I'm trying to, but not connecting.
Hi, this is Nikhil over here.
Yes, Nikhil.
I have a question. It is assumed that leader is always better than a manager, but at times there's organization cultures where the organization expect you to be more as a manager than as a leader. You're getting my point?
He was in webinar and
Who is better
I would love to.
in a particular situation?
Yes, I would love to address your point, Nikhil. It's just that, see,
he's not there.
managers should always be good leaders, and good leaders should always be good managers. The question over here is not the difference between a manager and a leader. It is about being a productive manager and a non-productive manager, the difference between them. So manager and leader both, both are two parallel, literally rail tracks. I mean, two parallel tracks of the same rail. So yeah, they both have to be there. And it's just that, leader has to be a good manager and a good manager has to be a leader. As simple as that. What we are discussing here is productive and non-productive, guys. That's the difference that we are actually looking at.
I actually missed what Nikhil was saying because I was trying to call Hitendra and Hitendra didn't realize that he is disconnected. So he's continuously speaking and so his son, I actually informed his son, so he's just informing him to reconnect. All right, so the good discussion happening. So I just missed what Nikhil said. Maybe Ram wants to say something. Ram has unmuted himself.
Yeah.
Yes, Ram, please go
Hi,
ahead.
ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So when it comes to a leader and manager, my understanding is a leader would only usually lead a team from one point to another point. But manager manager is a leader and he is involved in each and every activity, not only in regard to the process. He is related to the behavior. He is related to the mm, movement of the workforce, productivity, everything. That is what I feel.
Okay, how many of you have was a part of any organization earlier? Like we are 6-7 people here.
Yeah,
I have been a part of the organization. Sorry, this is Nikhil over here. I have been a part of the organization for almost 12 to 13 years.
Okay.
Or After that, I came into freelancing.
Right. So what
So,
difference you identified when you started as a freelancer and when you were a part of some organization in your work now and then?
basically, when I was there, particularly in job, or better to say, as a employment, so it was totally a different set of experience. You are assured about the yeah, कि हाँ, my question that I have put particularly that you missed it out. कि at times it is being said कि who is better, a leader or a manager. It depends upon the company culture. At times the company wants your people to be behave just like a manager, not like a leader. If you cross that barriers, so that can be, that's my personal experience. I've been in organization like Cipla as a regional manager, as a senior regional manager. After that, I just left because of some personal issue. I met an accident, and in that I have to remain in a bedridden situation. So it's nothing like that.
Okay.
The
But there, have you felt that sometimes even if you have something in your mind, but because of the processes, because of your already bosses who are there, you are not a direct decision maker all the time, and sometimes you have to suppress your thoughts, maybe suppress few things because of the process and because of the leaders or the seniors who are already above you. So, did you
yeah,
felt
certainly
that sometimes? Yeah.
it's just like following the instructions. Uh, at times I have seen few of the companies having a culture who just want their people to follow the instruction. At that time, when the company is very much clear that you just have to follow the instructions, I think manager have got as our leaders. This is my personal opinion.
Correct, correct. Even I feel something similar. That sometimes we have to bound with when we are a part of an organization, we have to bound with the processes and the procedures, and sometimes that leadership will get diluted in that case. Okay, by the way, we welcome you back, Hitendra, and I think you missed that we got disconnected.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I missed out. And I was continuously in the flow of my session, you know.
I was trying to call you, but then it was not connecting. So I thought some
Yeah.
connectivity issue. Okay, no problem. Please
So
carry on. We
I was,
missed you. Maybe you were continuing there and we were
yeah, yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. I was just, you know, talking to myself.
No
Fine, no
problem.
problem. No problem. Okay, it happens. Fine. So, can you share the screen?
Yeah, you can share the screen.
So, hope everybody's enjoying the session.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, sir, definitely.
From where I have to start?
So please go back. We'll tell you which slide we were at.
I think this slide is over.
No, 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 no. No. Please go back at the previous slide. We'll tell you where we were.
Okay, okay.
I think this Anil or some slide. No, no, no.
This Anil and Vijay,
Yeah,
workplace application 2.
yes, we were here. I think we were here only.
Oh my God! I had gone very much
Almost
further
10
than.
minutes you were discussing with yourself only.
Yeah. Fine, fine. Chalo. Then we'll start again from this slide, from application 2. Hope everybody's writing the questions.
Yes, we were actually discussing the questions when you were not there. So we started discussing. I
Okay.
thought you are trying to connect. But then we realized that
Ha.
you didn't realize only. No problem.
Yeah. Really, I didn't realize it that it got disconnected. Right. Fine. So we will start.
Yes, please.
Fine. Now, the workplace application 2, an urgent report is needed just when leaving office to go home. What happens? Now, this is again a real life situations. Now, Anil and Vijay work for a software company. Their office timing is 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Now, late one day, their headquarters ask for an urgent report. Their teammate Ramesh comes to tell them about it. Now, office colleague Ramesh to Anil and Vijay, he brings the message from the headquarters that there is some urgent report is needed. So this report is needed urgently for a sudden strategy meeting that has been called in the headquarters. Now, these two employees, Anil and Vijay, now both have got the different mindset. Both are thinking in a different way. The Ramesh, their colleague, gives the headquarters message to them that it is already 5:30. Don't go home. You have to stay back and finish the work because this work is very much needed and this is very much urgent. It is required by the headquarters. So Anil and Vijay, how they behave, what they think, what they do is very much important. Right? Again, the scenario. Anil's reply. What Anil thinks, it is already 5:30 p.m. Why do they come with work so late in the day? I am going home. Now he is concerned about only his own timings. He is only thinking about his own comfort, his own convenience. My duty job timings are 9:30 to 5:30. So now I am leaving. Now it is already 5:30. I cannot work now. I will not sit back and do the things. I have to go home. Why? He says, I care only about my own convenience. No thought for the company's goals and purpose or value of the work. Because Anil doesn't think about the purpose. Means purpose, why? Why the headquarters have asked us to sit back and complete this report. Now, why factor? The purpose should be very much clear when we are doing something. We are doing some task. So before doing the task, why we are doing? For what we are doing? The why factor. The why factor is very much important to be understood, because the why factor, if you understand, the purpose will be clear in your mind why you are doing this. Once the why factor is clear, so what you do, you start putting actions, you start working on it. And once you start working on it, what you do, you add a value to your work. You add value to your work, right? So once the value is added with the purpose, so your productivity increases. Now Anil doesn't think about the purpose or the value to be created in the urgent job. Now, whereas Vijay replies, his colleague, let's get down to it immediately, Ramesh. Now, Ramesh brought the message from the headquarters that I've received the message, and he conveys the message to both of them, Anil and Vijay. But what Anil did, Anil denied. No, I'm not going to sit back. I'm going home. But what Vijay is saying to the Ramesh, Ramesh, why don't you sit down with me? If we work together, we can accomplish this soon and send it to the office on time. The meeting must be important if they have called for it so suddenly. Now when the time has come to go home at evening 5:30 and somebody is assigning us the job, that means how important that job must be. That Vijay thinks in that manner. He realizes the value and the purpose of the work. That means the work is very much important. So now I understand the why factor. Now the why factor has been clearly understood by the Vijay, and he realizes and he starts working along with the Ramesh, and he creates the value. He does his job. Thus, I am committed to the responsibility of getting the work done. So now he is very much committed. Now again, the sense of ownership and sense of responsibility comes into the picture. Now when the job is assigned to me, that means I am responsible for this job to be completed. Now I am the owner of this work which I have to do. The task which has been given to me, it has to be finished by me. It has to be completed by me. My job, nobody else is going to do it. My job, I have to do it. That is the sense of responsibility, the sense of ownership, and the commitment you are making to yourself towards your work, towards your job. Once you have the sense of responsibility, the sense of ownership, and the commitment towards your work, so your productivity increases, your value increases, right? So you should have a clear purpose in your mind, the why factor, why I am doing this, why am I doing this. Once you understand the why factor, the value is automatically created. and you are automatically committed to do the things. So that means you are getting the ownership of your work. You're catching hold the ownership of your work. You are holding the responsibility of your own work, right? Now, because you know this work has to be completed, this is my duty, this is my job. So you do it. And when you start doing it with sense of responsibility and with commitments and the values and purpose, so your productivity automatically increases. So the next question is, when taking up any task, why is it important to recognize its value and the larger purpose it is serving? So before taking up any task, you should know the importance of the job you are doing it. Why? Purpose should be clear in your mind. Once the purpose is clear, then the value is automatically created. So you have to recognize the value. What would be the end result of my completing the task? मैं ये काम करूंगा तो उसका क्या बेनिफिट होगा मेरे को, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को, मेरे कलीग्स को, मेरे कस्टमर्स को, मेरे फैमिली को? व्हाट बेनिफिट others will be getting out of my efforts, right? So what values I'm going to create after doing this job? Then what is the purpose of myself doing this job? Why factor and the value. So this again you have to answer at the end of the webinar. Now work application number 3, while the boss is away. Very interesting thing, very common scenario. Now Mohan in college. Now Mohan was a bright student but mischievous. When teachers were looking, he would pretend to be attentive. When they were not around, he played the fool, wasted time and distracted others, making them laugh. This made him popular among his classmates. They thought he was a cool guy. He was feeling very much happy because he was drawing the attention of other students. He was playing mischief. He was making others laugh. He was just fooling around. So now this same syndrome has been carried forwarded when Mohan started working. So now when Mohan started working, so he continued in the same ways, in the same fashion. When the boss was monitoring, he started working. He sat at his desk doing work. But when the boss was away, he chilled out, distracted others, went out for tea and snacks. His organization thought he was a wasteful and frivolous, not having any serious purpose or value. The person who doesn't have the purpose or the value of his work, no organization is going to entertain that employee. If you are working with any organization, you should have a serious purpose and create the value of your work assigned to you, which Mohan never did it. He never took his job seriously. Again, he was playing mischief. He was playing as if he was in a school or college. He was playing very cool in the professional life. Once you are into a professional life, what you have to do? You have to think like professionals. You have to act like professionals. You have to do things like professionals. You have to work like professionals. You have to behave like professionals. So professionalism is to be built when you are into the professional life. So college life, what you did, okay, fine. That is the past. That is gone. That is chalta hai. College life में चलता है, that is चलता है mentality. It is okay till college life, but नहीं चलता है in the professional life, which Mohan did not realize it. After 3 years, Mohan finds that he is lagging far behind his peers. His performance reviews were poor. Even his colleagues had begun avoiding him. Mohan doesn't know what went wrong. After all, he was just being cool. He was playing cool. He was playing mischief. He took everything very lightly. He took his career very lightly. He took his job very lightly. He took his profession very lightly. The task which was assigned to him, he took everything very lightly. So once he takes everything lightly, didn't take anything seriously. So what happened to him? There was a mismatch between what Mohan assumed was cool and what was really acceptable behavior in the workplace. So there are two different behaviors. When you are in the college life, your behavior is different. And once you are in the professional life, your behavior is different. Now, once you are into a professional life, what you have to do, you have to make yourself grow. Make yourself grow means the maturity level. You have to increase your maturity level. Now, Mohan did not realize that some behaviors may be acceptable in student life, but are out of place in workplace. That doesn't work. What was working in the college life is actually not working in the professional life. He didn't realize. Mohan didn't realize. When you enter work life, you are expected to grow up and act with a sense of responsibility towards your work. Now, once we say grow up means you have to grow up your maturity. Your thought process should grow, right? Your thought process will only grow when you start learning new things, start developing new skills, right? So once you start developing new things, start developing new learnings, new knowledge, new information, new skills, new capabilities, and new ideas, innovative ideas to do the things. So what you are doing, basically you are growing up. So very important thing, if an employee grows, if the employee grows, the organization also grows. Listen very carefully. When the employee grows, then only organization grows, because organization doesn't grow by itself. कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अपने आप से बड़ी नहीं होती है. वहां पे काम करने वाले कर्मचारी, वहां के एम्प्लॉयज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को बड़ा बनाते हैं. द एम्प्लॉयज वर्किंग इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मेक्स द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ग्रो. Why? Because the employees, they themselves grow. When the employees grow, the organization grows. When the organization grows, the employees automatically grows. This is vice versa. Vice versa. No, first come first is the employees should grow. They should develop their maturity level. They should build some professionalism in them, and they should act like a sense of responsibility with a sense of ownership. This is my ownership, what I am doing, for what I am been assigned, for what I am being paid for. Now I have the responsible thing. Now I am the owner of what I am doing. Now you have to grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up, grow up your maturity, grow up your maturity level. Start learning new things, start developing new skills, start taking informations, start growing, growing, growing. Once the individual starts growing, automatically the organization also grows. So take responsibilities. Take responsibilities. The only employee can take responsibilities who is matured, who has grown up, right? So the next question is, what is the cost or damage for not growing up and acting with a sense of responsibility at work? So again, this question will be answered at the end of the seminar. How does it damages your future career prospects?
Hiten,
Yeah.
Hiten, am I
Yes,
audible?
madam.
Yeah. Hiten,
Yeah, you are.
Because it is 6 minutes, we are going to get disconnected. This is to remind you. And secondly, it's
Okay.
3:15. So these are the last part where we are going through, because we also have to give some time for the discussion.
Fine. Only 2 more slides. I will go hurriedly.
No. Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm just reminding you for the time, as well as we
Right.
have to give time for the discussion.
Fine. So I will just hurriedly, I will just go through the slides, next 2 slides.
Sure.
Right? Next 2 slides are only left now.
No problem.
Fine, right? So the ideal of all education, all training should be this man making. But instead of that, we are always trying to polish up the outside. What use in polishing up the outside when there is no inside? The end and aim of all training is to make the man grow. The man who influences, who throws his magic, as it were, upon his fellow beings is a dynamo of power. And when that man is ready, he can do anything and everything he likes. That productivity put upon anything will make it work for success. Each one can grow and strengthen his productivity. It is very easy, very normal thing. Everybody can grow his own strengths for his productivity to be increased. So this is one of the great practical things, and this is the secret of all success. This has a universal application in the life of householder, in the life of poor, the rich, the businessman, the spiritual man. In everyone's life, it is a great thing, the strengthening of your productivity. If you increase your productivity, your life will turn 360 degrees. So by your productivity, you can change your life. You can increase your productivity. Everybody is working very well. Everybody is working very hard. The only thing is that we have to put some extra efforts, a conscious effort on what we are doing, with sense of ownership, with sense of responsibility, and a clear vision of having the purpose, why factor, why we are doing this, and to create the values, and in the benefit of self and others. Others means everybody, colleagues, organization, our family members, society, then your social life, relatives, friends, everybody should be benefited out of what you are doing. So that is a total productivity, and this total productivity can change your life to 360 degrees. So thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation, and let's start answering the questions.
Sure.
Right, we will go back to the first scenario. Yeah, the first scenario was, you have to imagine the productive senior manager and the non-productive senior manager. Now please discuss on this.
We did a small discussion on this, I think, and a good input
Yeah.
from Vijaya Paul was there. Do you want them to speak that again?
No, fine. If you have done it, then it is okay. So we will go to the next question.
So you,
Right.
your input is more of on I and we, and then how they can make their team productive. That's what you are giving the message there, right?
Right. Now, there are so many things to increase our productivity, because we are working in a team also, and we are working individually also. Right. So once we are working in the team, so we have to more focus on we, not I. Right. So our next question was, when you are part of any team, and to be able to perform well and be highly productive, then why it is important to focus on we, not I. Right. Now suppose you are working with a team and your team is successful, they have accomplished their goals, then why we, why it is important to focus on we.
Hi,
Yeah,
Nikhil over here.
yeah, yes, Nikhil.
It is important just to make each and every team member a part of that success, so that each and every team member feels that they are involved in each and everything
Right.
when you are succeeding. So it gives a sense of involvement, and that sense of involvement develop a sense of ownership in that.
Perfect, Nikhil. Perfect. And plus, I will add something, that it is a motivative factor also for the team members. A team leader is motivating, and by appreciating each and every individual's contribution in the team. So once you are appreciated, so what happens? Once you are appreciated, so you are motivated to do the things in a more better way, because your team member has included you in the team, and he has included in the success part also. Right. So that is why we is important. Right.
Yeah, Hitendra, we are disconnecting, so please don't forget to rejoin for the last part. I think five minutes more we require, right? So,
Okay. We'll be disconnecting right now,
yeah, I think in few seconds.
and again we can rejoin it, na?
Yes.
Okay. So our next question is, when taking up any task, why is it important to recognize its values and the larger purpose it is serving? Yeah. Anybody can answer this question?